directive by the OSP, was it inspired by a petition that was sent to the OSP, or the OSP took notice of what was happening and decided to give this directive?
Now, we petitioned the OSP last Friday and we had a meeting with him. And out of that meeting, I believe after we supply him with documents and information, he found it prudent to take this action, my brother.
I see. So you told the OSP that you had a difficulty with the deal. Share with us, what difficulties do you have?
First of all, the whole deal started with a company called Decimal Capital, which is owned by one Asante Berko, which we are told Reuters gave us an information that was last year in November that he was arrested in UK. And out of that, another company was there, that is Torentco Asset Management Limited. And out of that, there was a due diligence report that was commissioned by the Board of TOR around 26th of May, 2023. Out of that due diligence, there was a recommendation that the Torentco Asset Management consider appointing an additional directors with the skills and experience and independence to ensure that Torentco adhere to international best practices in terms of corporate governance and strict adherence to obligation in the relation to the proposed transaction. So I believe Torentco trying to cure this, what you call thing, formed a company called Tema Energy and Processing Limited, consists of 3 entities, namely Torentco, Card Holding Investment, then TOR Workers Charity Trust. This company's shares, Torentco has 40% shares, Card Holding Investment Limited has 40% shares, and TOR Workers Charity Trust have 20%. But, Omaro, this arrangement was done in secret. Nobody was consulted. No worker at Temaro Refinery was consulted that they are going to give some shares to 5 workers, namely Bright Adongo, one Mr. Mwakon, and Abbas and Scott. 5 workers are the shareholders and directors of this TOR Workers Charity Trust. So we find it very interesting that as a worker who is on payroll of TOR can do such a thing. And we think that there is some sort of corruption, there is some sort of collusion between the Torentco and the card investment, company, trying to sort of coerce or induce workers to support their bid to take over TOR for 6 years. So, Omaro, this is our story.
So your difficulty is that the deal is not clear. It is not necessarily about the expertise of the company.
First of all, they don't have the expertise. As I said earlier on, even the company was formed August 2023 this year. And even the mother company, Torentco, was formed in 2023, January 7th, which was Sunday. So, my brother, and earlier they said they are partners with Victor. But we chanced upon a letter that Victor said they have nothing to do with Torentco, because they have whatever conversation that they had with them is just a mere conversation, but it's not. There is no contractual agreement between them. And Omaro, we set a company without any track record whatsoever, and I can speak on authority that even the National Petroleum Authority, which is the regulatory body that regulates the downstream, has not even given them any permit or license to even operate a refinery in the country. So If you look at all these together, you clearly see that what these people seek to do is not in the interest of the country or the workers of the thermal refinery. The reason we are pursuing it to the OSP and other state agencies. We've written to the Attorney General too as well, and we hope and believe that he also take it up.
The OSP deals with corruption and corruption-related offenses. Where is the corruption in this, or was the suspected corruption in this?
My brother, how do you work in a company like TOR? You are a worker, and you go and form a company to come and take what you call shares in the company that you work with. This is clearly corruption and conflict of interest. You can't do that. It is not acceptable morally and.
So it's on morality. You don't really have any evidence to back any. Would you provide any evidence to the OSP?
No, if I have the evidence is clear. They've gone to Register General to register a company to come and take over companies that you work with. Bro, is that right? Can you do that? Can you go and get a company and come and take over Citi?
Well, we'll see. Thank you. What next, though? After the suspension or the freeze order, what happens next? Do you have any idea what was going to happen next?
My brother Omaru, there are a lot of things that I can, speak to. That as we speak, the OSP has, given his directives. The Thermal Energy Processing Company Limited, they've called a bluff at the place that, well, this is no amount in it and there's nothing going to come out of it because they have the support of the board and they have the support of the management to do whatever they are doing. But we believe that when the OSP goes in, he will unravel a lot of things because everything is threaded in secrecy with whatever they are doing. And we think that as workers, we are watching and we are monitoring that if we chance upon anything, we will let the whole country know about what they are doing.
Thank you so much for speaking to us.
Thank you, my brother, for the opportunity.
That's Bernard Owusu. He's the national chairman